The Perfect Specimen, starring Errol Flynn as Gerald and Joan Blondell as Mona, with May Robeson as Grandmother Wicks. It's the following morning. In Killigrew Shaw's kitchen, the poet and Mona are seated at the table eating a hearty breakfast. Gerald, with an apron tied around his waist, is at the stove frying flapjack.
The flapjacks are pretty good. Where'd you learn to cook?
Well, you see, most of the big industrial plants today have their own cafeterias for the employees, and it's a duty of the employers to make sure the food is wholesome and well cooked. So is the prospective head.
Shut up.
Oh, yes.
Oh, if I were the bride of a man who could cook, I do not but sit back in a nook with a book. I say that's pretty fair, isn't it?
Yes, your corns are certainly better this morning.
Yes. Too bad you folks can't stay. I'd be glad to engage you, Mr. Berry. $100 a month and board, nothing to do but cook.
Oh, it's very kind of... Oh, no, but there is something you could do for me, though.
Oh, it's already granted. What is it?
Well, we're rather short of funds. Do you think you'd cash a small check for me, say $50?
Oh, delighted. I like to cash checks for my friends, though they're seldom any good. I'll get the money while you make out the check. Faith in my friends I'd quickly renounce if ever their checks were refused to bounce.
I'll always remember that Killigrew Shaw. Splendid chap, don't you think? Boom, boom, boom. Don't you think so?
What?
Hey, cat got your tongue? What's the matter?
Nothing.
Well, the rain's coming in. You better put down your window. Cold?
Nope.
Wet?
Mm-hmm. Soaking. It's been raining for hours.
What's the matter with you, Mona? You started out fine, but you've been getting grumpier and grumpier.
I'm not grumpy. I'm thinking.
What about?
Windmills, mostly. The kind you can't lick.
Who can't lick? I can lick 'em all.
I can't. This one's a female windmill. And I didn't know about it till last night. By the way, I hate to be fussy, but I'd like to dry off.
Oh, right. Well, we can stop right here in this town. You've got to get out of those wet clothes, quick.
Don't you think the townspeople might object?
I mean, stop in a hotel, of course. I'll get you a room.
Say, you ain't got any luggage, huh?
Now, you see, we only want a couple of rooms for a couple of hours until the storm lets up.
I guess it's all right, then. Never let it be said that Poppenville was unkind to out-of-town folks. Will you sign right here? If you'll excuse me, I'll arrange for a suite.
Sign?
Yeah, you have to. Didn't you know that?
Well, Grattan always did the signing for Grandma and me.
Well, don't sign your right name.
No, of course I won't. Mr. G.B. Berry.
What about me? I can't sign my right name either. I'm in this as much as you are, even more.
I'll put you down as my wife. I never had a wife, so even if they find out it's me, they'll never know who you are, will they?
I wouldn't want anyone to know I was your wife. Who wants to be your wife?
What's the matter?
Nothing, you big dope. Who is it?
Me.
Come in.
Hello. Listening for radio reports?
Yeah. And I'm thinking about what Tilly Specknagel got me into this time.
Huh. Well, my clothes are all dried out. I'm all set to start again. If only the rain will let up. Oh, I say. You look very attractive.
Wrapped up in this old blanket, toasting my toes in the cinders. I'm an Indian.
You're a darling.
Look out, Jerry. You're weakening.
Oh, no. Don't make fun of me. I mean it. Yesterday and today with you, I never knew before how marvelous life could be, and people on the outside could be. It's been thrilling. I've hated to think of it ending. Mona, do you suppose we could,
I think we'd better start.
No, listen to me.
We'd better.
Mona, darling, I'm in love with you. I suppose I have been ever since that time you came crashing through our fence.
2 days ago.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Well, I don't care if it was 5 minutes ago. I'm in love with you, for keeps. And you, Mona, do you care?
Care? Oh, dear, darling Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program has been interrupted at the request of the Bureau of Investigation of the Department of Justice, which is now engaged in a relentless search for the kidnappers of Gerald Beresford Wicks. The last person to see the missing heir was his fiancée, Miss Alicia Brackett. Stand by for further announcements on the Wicks kidnapping.
Well, that's that. Now, if you let me get dressed, you can go home to Alicia.
But, Mona, I'm in love with you.
You're engaged to her, aren't you?
Yes, but I...
And last night, when you were half-conscious, you called her name.
I did? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Oh, so that was the windmill you said you couldn't
Yes.
make.
I'd forgotten about her for the moment, but Gerald, I really meant what I said about caring. But
what?
Oh, nothing. I guess just but. Go on, Gerald. I'll be dressed in a little while and we can leave. Remember, they're hunting for you. Me, too.
Well, let them hunt.
But, Alicia...
Oh, shut up. Now, you get dressed and I'll be back in 10 minutes and you be ready. Whoa, Mona. Mona. Oh, I don't think I'm going to marry you. You'll take too long to dress. Hey, Mona, it stopped raining. We better get along. Mona, hurry up. Clerk.
Good evening, Mr.
Clerk, did you see my wife?
Yep. She went out of here like a shot out of a gun. She was crying, too.
She was crying?
Yep. Too bad, mister.
Good morning, Professor Carter.
Good morning. You can dump it, let me see. Dump it behind the garage.
The what? What's that?
Are you the young man with the fertilizer?
Oh, no. I'm looking for your daughter, Mona.
Who? Oh, yes, of course. My daughter. Well, she's not in. She's gone to Europe.
Europe?
Or was it Europe? No, I'm thinking of the time she came back from Europe. She's gone to visit some friends. That's it, friends.
Well, where are these friends, sir?
I really don't know. But she'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Won't you come in and wait?
Oh, well, no, thanks. I better be going along, I think.
And the net is being drawn closer in the nationwide hunt for the missing heir. The search for Gerald Wicks, being conducted by the police and Mrs. Leona Wicks, the heir's grandmother, is at last beginning to bear fruit. After almost 3 weeks, several witnesses and suspects have been rounded up by Mrs. Leona Wicks, and their alibis being carefully checked by the police and Mrs. Leona Wicks. An early hour solution to the mystery is promised by the police and Mrs. Leona Wicks.
Hello. Just a moment, please. Hello.
Oh, phones. They're always ringing and nothing ever happens.
Hello. What? Oh, my, you don't say. Why, isn't that interesting? Oh, yes, come by all means. Goodbye.
Who was it?
A Pennsylvania hotel clerk with a mysterious story. He's coming here. He says that somebody registered there as man and wife. And then he said something about the Pennsylvania state law.
Another crank. I don't know why I tolerate such stupid people around me.
Hello? What's that? The Bank of... Yes? Yes, go on. Oh, my goodness.
Well, now what is it?
Oh, it's the state police.
Oh.
A Pennsylvania bank received a check made out by Gerald for $50 the day after he disappeared. It was endorsed by one of the kidnappers named Killigrew Shaw. They're holding him for instructions.
Instructions? What do they want instructions for? Have him flown here at once.
Someone had to pick the cotton.
Jink, you're the most stubborn, unreasonable...
Alicia, you still here?
Oh, please help me, darling. Do you or do you not know where Gerald is?
Wait a minute. Did you say darling?
Yes.
That's different. I might have an idea where to find him.
Then please tell me.
If I do, I'm asking this for the last time, I hope. Will you marry me? We could set up housekeeping mighty pretty with that $25,000 reward, honey.
All right, Jink. But we've got to find Gerald. Where is he?
Well, I don't know.
Jink.
But a girl once crashed through a fence.
Jink, will you please?
And I know where she lives.
Now listen.
In a little Pennsylvania town.
Oh, stop.
And if my hunch is right, then he's there, too. Come on, Alicia.
Jink, will you please?